guys, what's up? It's Anj. Welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, I'm going to be doing this Princess Tiana makeup tutorial, basically transforming myself into Princess Tiana because I think I look most like her. If you enjoy, do not forget to subscribe down below, and let's get on with the video. So the first thing that I noticed about Princess Tiana was her straight eyebrows. Mine definitely curved down a lot more than hers did. So I made sure to slightly make the front a little flatter and make the arch less prominent. And they look really bad right now, but that's what happened with me all the time. Just wait for me to blend it out. Please just wait. It's going to look horrible at the beginning, but you guys can just see how I made the eyebrows go flatter instead of down at an angle. And then once I was finished with that, I just took a spoolie and just buffed the fronts to obviously make them a little bit less harsh and more blended. Then do any final touches because you still want your eyebrows to look good, of course. Then I'm going to prime with my Lancôme primer, and using my Smashbox Camera Ready CC cream, I'm going to use a damp beauty blender to spot it on my face and then blend it in. Trust me, I know this is not my shade. I definitely know. I don't have any foundations myself, so I have to use my mom's. And if you guys watch my video with my mom, you know that her complexion is a lot lighter than mine. I just had to make it work. I'm not trying to whitewash myself. I get that quite a lot. I'm just trying to do a full face with all the makeup that I literally have. But I'm going to use the butt of the beauty blender and just putting it on my nose. I'd also put on my eyelids, which is actually pretty uncommon, but I just like having the full coverage just on my eyelids. Do not forget to bring it down to your neck as well. Then using my Morphe Concealer in the color Frappe, I'm just putting a little bit underneath my eyes, as well as just blending that out with the same damp beauty blender. I like to use the same beauty blender for like foundation and concealer because like the product transfers, but in a good way, if that makes any sense. And look at how seamless this concealer dries, and look how light my skin is. Trust me, I know. Using my Kat Von D, the translucent powder from the Locket collection, I'm just going to bake using a little bit more of a tougher sponge. I love baking, definitely one of my favorite processes of the makeup. And then using my MAC Maleficent palette in the darkish brown color, this is kind of like a tight contour brush. I'm just going to go into the hollows of my cheeks because although Disney princesses don't really have much contour, I thought that like they're usually flawless, so I needed to have like some chiseled out cheekbones. And then the rest that I'm doing up here is basically bronzer because my skin was like I was saying, lighter than it should be. So I was just using that to like bronze up my face, and using this cool tone brown from Club Monaco, this is where I'm really actually contouring my cheekbones and jawline. You always want to use a cool toned color when you're contouring because contour is supposed to be a shadow and bronzer is supposed to be warm tone because it's like more of the sun-kissed tan look. So I'm taking that cool tone brown and just doing some contour. So I'm going back into my baking powder, and just gonna chisel it out a little bit so it looks a lot sharper, and that is an easy way to get clean lines when doing contour. Then going back with the same concealer, I'm going to put some on my eyelids and using that same damp beauty blender, just buffing it in so it's nice and evenly coated across my lid. Now taking that middle brown shade and a flat e.l.f. brush, I'm going to just pack it all over my lid as this setting color, and this, look at how much of a perfect match it is to my lid color. It's absolutely amazing, and I hit major pan, so I'm kind of sad, and I don't know what I'm going to do when I run out of this shade because it's my favorite, but just pick a color that is close to your skin tone or close to your eyelid color, I don't know, and pack it evenly. Then using that warm tone brown and my Anastasia fluffy brush, I'm going to just sort of buff that in the transition shade because like Tiana did have purple eyeshadow, of course, but I noticed that in her crease there was a warm brown and it was blended really nice. So I wanted to make sure that I did mimic that, and I did it as well. So I'm taking this warm brown, I'm just going to put it through my entire crease. Setting the shadow can also really help with blending for the colors in your crease. But now on to the fun part. So using a flat rounded brush and my concealer, I'm going to make a very tall round cut crease going from my inner tear duct to my outer edge, the outer edge of my eye. and I'm going to just outline it first and then fill it in with the concealer. This is pretty tedious, and try to work as quick as you can because you do want to be layering the the eyeshadow on while your concealer is still wet. Alright, so now using my Ciaté Pretty palette, that lilac shade, and the palette is broken, the middle shade is literally gone, and if you watched Costco Productions Does My Makeup Part 2, you would have seen that he broke it, so thanks. But using a flat brush in that lilac color, I'm just going to pack it on to our cut crease, and it is darker than I would have wanted. It looks a lot lighter in the pan, right? Like, that's kind of a scam. But Tiana has a lot brighter purple, so if you have any of Juvia's Place eyeshadows or any like Anastasia purples, I recommend you use those because this is definitely not the vibe I was going for. But this is like one of the only purples that I have that are light. I have other purples that I probably would have used if I had known that this was going to turn out dark, and it was honestly also a little bit patchy. But whatever. So using a fluffy brush, I'm now just going to try to kind of merge the brown and the lilac together because it looked like really rough and harsh if I didn't. And come on, have you guys seen the photo? She has really curvy liner, which is a no-no for me. I don't like it when it's curvy. I like straight, sharp lines. See those curves? So what I was going to do is try to make it a tiny bit curly, but majority is going to be a nice, sharp, winged liner. But I love Tiana for this. She knows me. She came clutch with the wing liner because she knows that I love eyeliner. So using the NYX, what is it called? Felt tip, fine tip, something liner. I'll put it down below. I'm just going to line my entire eye because it can make you look a lot more cartoonish and princessy because your whole eye is now defined. With a large fluffy brush, I'm just going to wipe away the bake, which has been sitting there and baking in an oven at 350 degrees for about 5 to 6 minutes, which I think is max bake time, or else you're going to start turning white. So I think 7 minutes max. Some people are like 10 and I'm like, hell no. Next, I'm just going to put on some blush, and I'm using the two colors called Damsel and Distress from my She palette, which are like really pinky, like, you know, sheens, and I'm packing it on because I don't know if you guys can tell, she has a major blush going on, which I don't like blush, so I was kind of not wanting to do that, but I packed it on a lot. And then using my W7 mascara, giving the lashes some good coats. None of the princesses actually have lashes, which is weird, which is why I didn't do falsies, but I think that that's good enough. Now using the color Vermeer for my Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette and a flat brush, I'm just going to take that color, put it on my brow bone and in my inner corner for some highlight. She actually does have highlight on, so this is not something I added, okay? She has this on herself. And then using a fluffy brush to just blend it and merge the shadows together. I absolutely love inner corner and brow bone highlight. And then using my Fenty Beauty highlight in the color Hustla Baby. Look at that glow, my god. I'm going to just put that all over my face. Like I said, she actually does have highlight. Go search it up. She has like highlights, like, you know, lighter colors of her face, basically highlight, everything that's like, yeah, okay. And then she has a flatter nose than I do because I have a more Indian nose. That makes sense. So to mimic the flat nose, I'm going to just basically put highlight from the bottom to the top with no spaces, which it was a little bit excessive. I'm not going to lie, I admit it. So I just took my brush and tried to like diffuse it, but let's just say it did not work. Using a Sephora lipstick, I thought it'd be a great color, but then I was like, whoa, this is actually so bright because I haven't used this in so long. And in the photo, her lipstick is a lot darker, so I decided to swap that out for this Kat Von D liquid lipstick, which is so much deeper, as you can see. And I didn't decide to take off the lipstick or whatever. I just basically layered the Kat Von D on the outside of my lips, sort of like a lip liner. And then I used a different lipstick for the innards to make it like look, I don't know, cool and like contoured and like it has some sort of something going on, because in the cartoon her lips are actually pretty cool. So this is Colourpop's red liquid lipstick in the color Arriba. It is the I Love Sarah E in Colourpop collection, and I just dabbed that in the center of my lips so that it have a little bit of brightness in the middle, and that is the finished look. If you guys liked the video, do not forget to subscribe down below. Comment on the video, comment requests for future videos, give it a huge thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Mwah.